Hello YouTube, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. How you doing? It is very warm, and I have my fan over here. I have some lighting over here. Wanted to keep it as natural as possible. Oh, and in case you're wondering, wine and cats. Little heart. And actually, no, I don't have any wine right now. I thought about it, but I wanted to make this video as quickly as possible because there are several other things that I need to do today with both packing for my upcoming vacation and also with my side position of employment. So I'm like, let me just do this on the as quickly as possible. That way I can upload it as quickly as possible and all that other good stuff. Anyway, so right now the time is approximately 12:43 p.m. Eastern Time. The moon is waxing in Scorpio and the sun is transiting in Leo. You know, I've always found Leo and Scorpio to be very complementary signs and energies. Anyway, so I love today, and I'll tell you why I love today. Today is what I call a midpoint moon, because today is exactly 7 days after the new moon, which was a new moon in Cancer, the second new moon in Cancer. So technically, it was a black moon in Cancer. And it is also 7 days before the full moon, which would be a full moon in Aquarius. It doesn't always happen that way, that the new moon, there isn't always a midpoint moon, or as I call it, because sometimes a new moon is on a day of the week that the full moon is not. So, you know, but midpoint moons I find very mysterious and very magical. I don't really know like the depths of a midpoint moon yet, but little nuggets, you know, the great goddess gives me little nuggets every once in a while. So anyway, so I'm using for this weekly draw my beloved copy of the Hanson Roberts Tarot deck, created and illustrated by Mary Hanson Roberts. And I'm using an oracle card deck that I have not used in a very long time. It is called Angels, Gods, and Goddesses Oracle Cards by Tony Carmine Salerno. Tony and his wife, oh, I forgot her first name. How embarrassing. And I have one of her Reiki CDs, so it's really embarrassing. Tony and his wife co-founded Blue Angel Publishing, which their website is called Blue Angel Gallery, and it is named in honor of Archangel Michael, who is the divine protector of the archangels. So anyway, I just wanted to do a general check-in for all of you and for all of me, because I didn't do a weekly draw video last Monday, and because I begin my vacation next Monday, I won't be doing a weekly draw video then either. Anyway, so all that being said, so let's get right into it. So, for the tarot card, I pulled the Hierophant. It's so funny because this card has been on my mind a lot lately. And I remember in one of my recent videos, I said that several years ago, one of the very first readings that I'd had by my personal psychic advisor, Roger Pratt, he said that people would see me as the Hierophant. And he was right. People do see me as the Hierophant, and all the qualities, or many of the qualities of the Hierophant, my clients do see in me. And it was funny, I was told to pull the tarot card from the top and the oracle card from the bottom. And it is the Angel of Psychic Ability. And I'm actually going to do something I almost never do with these kinds of oracle card decks, and that's read the channeled message. And it reads, your intuitive and psychic abilities are strong at present. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And it's funny because my understanding is that the angel or the archangel to work with to develop psychic ability is Archangel Uriel. His name is spelled capital U-R-I-E-L. Not to be confused with the archangel whose name is Ariel, capital A-R-I-E-L. Different energy, different vibration. It's funny because Archangel Uriel, I associate with the star card in the Sacred Tarot. And when I look at the star card, I think of Archangel Uriel, because from an Astro Tarot perspective, Archangel Uriel is astrologically connected with the sign of Aquarius, and of course the planet Uranus. So I really feel like this is a great time to work with any divine beings, be they archangels, angels, goddesses, gods, etc., that help you deepen your intuitive and psychic abilities. And it makes perfect sense because, you have Taurus, which is represented by the Hierophant, which makes sense also because, I've been saying for years that I've never met a Taurus who's not a psychic witch. And because I believe in the power of polar opposite energies, I've never met a Scorpio who's not a psychic witch either. And in my life, I've met people who are both of Irish descent and Taurus, and they're like double psychic witches. It's like they cannot help but be the prophets and prophetesses that they are. So I would say for the next 7 days, pay attention to what serves you, or rather what continues to serve you and what no longer serves you with regards to any religious, magical, mystical, or spiritual practices, number one. And number two, make a point of developing and strengthening your intuitive and psychic abilities this week. And they're not giving me a specific type of element to work with. But if you want a few ideas, I would say go with your sun sign energy. So if your sun sign is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, then I would say work with candles. Everything from purple to metallic silver to metallic gold to indigo or navy blue. If you are a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, work with essential oils or essential oil blends that enhance psychic ability. It's funny because there is an essential oil company that I have not talked about in a very, very long time, and that's called Daughters of Isis. And I've actually had the honor and pleasure of meeting the Blessed Blender, who is wonderful and is very no-nonsense, and I love her about that. And the only male daughter of the Daughters of Isis, Asa. Gwen is the Blessed Blender. And I never met the last person or the third person who co-founded Daughters of Isis. In fact, I don't even remember her name. But I do remember she's female. And I do remember that she is a she. But I just don't remember her name, and I never met her. But I'm sure she's lovely. Anyway, so Bast went into the basket. I don't know if you can see her. Can I do that? I don't know if you can see her, but yeah, she's there. I hope she looked up so you saw her. Cute her face is. Anyway, so that's the deal with that. Yes, and if you are an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, I would say work with incenses. Sandalwood and patchouli, frankincense and myrrh are wonderful for enhancing intuitive and psychic abilities. They're also excellent for use in meditation. And then, of course, if you are an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, such as yours truly, a Capricorn earth sign, I would say work with crystals that enhance your psychic abilities. And because Monday is the day of the moon, I would say work with crystals and essential crystals that have a connection to the moon, like moonstone, selenite, amethyst, lapis lazuli. Although lapis lazuli has more of a Mercury-Jupiter connection for me, but it is known to open up the third eye. So it can be used for enhancing intuitive and psychic abilities as well. And I think that's it. I feel like I'm forgetting something else, but if I am, I'll just include it in the description box. But for now, YouTube, thank you so much for honoring who I am and what I do. I wish all of you many blessings of love and life. prosperity and peace, protection and wholeness, money and magic. And have a beautiful day and a wonderful week.